got a speech from the minority Speaker of the House, who apparently could have become the Speaker, but didn't, because we got to lie to people because it's the only way. Kind of like how they lied that Kevin McCarthy could have become Speaker over Nancy Pelosi in 2020. So, in accordance with the new minority Speaker of the House, Hakeem Jeffries, it's very, very important that we understand this. Democrats will always put American values over autocracy. What?
What does that mean?
You're not allowed to ask that question. It doesn't matter.
It means nothing. What are American values? Because American values should be democracy and majority rules, but yet that's not what they do. I don't understand.
Democrats will always put benevolence over bigotry.
Unless the other side is deplorables.
Are you sure about that? You really want to go down that road? You want to know just how bigoted the Democrats are?
Oh, it's not pretty.
What cities have redlining?
We should bring
What cities have blockbusting?
Who'd be
You know where that happens? That happens in Democratic cities. I know this because I'm a real estate agent.
That would be a perfect time to have somebody like Marcel Dixon on and talk about how the Democrats are so good in terms of not having bigotry.
My Lord. The Democrats will always put the Constitution over the cult. Really?
That also isn't true.
The Democrats believe in the Constitution?
No.
I'm not saying the Republicans believe in it either, but the Democrats believe in the Constitution?
And over the cult, you're all cult. Your whole existence is cult. Again, that's both sides.
The Democrats will always put democracy over demagogues.
Impossible.
What about the Democratic primaries?
How about superdelegates? That seems pretty demagogue-y to me.
How about the way you put Nancy Pelosi, Barack Obama, Bill and Hillary Clinton on pedestals like they're infallible? Oh, and now you can add George W. Bush to that list because apparently he's acceptable as well.
And Liz Cheney.
Oh, yeah, Liz Cheney. Can't forget about that.
Her.
Yeah, we love Liz Cheney. So let's keep that one going. Oh, she's going to run for president.
Oh, please. Let me tell you.
Just do it for fun.
Nothing is going to be more entertaining than the 24 Republican primary. I can't
who says that she's going to run as a Republican? I didn't even say that. I was saying that she's going to run.
Oh, no. You just spawned me to think of what the circus in 24 of people running will look like.
Okay, this one is really going to...
Oh, you think she would run as a Democrat?
Oh, this is going to get even worse. Economic opportunity over extremism. What economic opportunity?
And what extremism?
You don't support a living wage. You don't support universal health care. You don't support a clean energy grid.
You don't even support right to strike.
You just crushed labor. You believe in endless war, and you do not believe in civil liberties. I really don't know what economic opportunity you're talking about.
And
you mean the jobs that Biden?
Keep on.
The jobs that Biden is claiming responsibility for, the jobs that came back as a result of the pandemic ending. You've got Larry Summers, who's Biden's right-hand man, preaching austerity right now. Right now, preaching austerity. That we have to increase unemployment to deal with inflation. And everyone knows it's a goddamn lie.
And I'm also curious what he means by extremism. What does that mean?
Freedom over fascism? Neoliberalism leads to fascism.
Well, basically, we could assume that all of his things, you don't need to read all of those things.
Oh, I'm reading them all.
Really?
Governing over gaslighting. Again, this is from his speech? Politics speak. Hopefulness over hatred.
This is just platitude.
More good platitude. I like that platitude. Hope and change, right? Inclusion over isolation. Ooh, that can mean a lot of things.
I don't know what they're talking. This is just platitude salad. Why do we want to hear all these ridiculous things?
Justice over judicial overreach. That may be the one so far that isn't completely out of bounds. Knowledge over kangaroo courts. That's kind of lumped in with justice over judicial.
But the problem is that who approved all of those kangaroo court judges?
Well, that's true too.
Who didn't fight to get Merrick Garland on the Supreme Court? I'm so tired of the Democrats claiming somehow that they're victims of right judiciary.
Liberty over limitation. again, what does that mean? This is just, and the Democrats do not believe in liberty. Let's be fair.
And what's the limitation?
Then again, neither do the Republicans.
Because I would say that somebody on the right would say that Democrats are much more into limitations, much more into bans and mandates and those types of things.
And it isn't so much.
Those are limitations.
And again, it's not working class Democrats that believe in this. These are comfortable liberals in the suburbs and the urban cities that believe in this stuff.
Yes.
Because for them, it's not going to inconvenience their ability to live. But for the average person, it is. It's going to severely hinder their ability to live. And so for them, they don't care, but they have the loudest, again, the Deborah Messings of the world have the loudest voices in the Democratic Party today, and that's a problem. Maturity over Mar-a-Lago.
I don't know what that means.
Doesn't matter. It's just a dig at Trump.
Right.
Normalcy over negativity. What is normalcy? What is normalcy? The ability to put food on the table?
No, they mean normalcy in terms of like normal civil decorum and politicking. They mean what is where we screw you behind your back, but we don't say it out loud and we don't put out mean tweets. That's what they mean by normalcy, where we just go back to pretending that everything is okay instead of saying it.
Opportunity over obstruction.
I don't get that either. What opportunity? Are they talking about, wait, are you guys suggesting that you're going to come up with a federal jobs guarantee? Are they suggesting
How
that?
about even universal basic income? At least to make up for the losses that people had during the pandemic. How about that? You could try that.
Well,
nice.
I don't understand how they're even suggesting that they're doing anything to help.
People over politics.
That doesn't mean anything.
Quality of life issues over QAnon.
Because all Republicans support QAnon?
There
were Democrats that got into that crap too.
For the couple of 100,000 people out there that make up the, 75 million people that voted for Trump. But, let's focus on the 0.03% of people because it sells. It's better to do it that way. Reason over racism. First of all, reason has nothing to do with racism. Reason has to do with whether or not you believe in the separation of church and state. And unfortunately, your example makes no sense whatsoever.
No, I don't see that. That's sort of like, how they have things like, this guy needs to go back to like, in elementary school when you're learning like synonyms and antonyms and which of these things kind of go together and which don't. He wasn't taught that properly. That doesn't make sense. How is reason the antithesis of, now I will say that racism is ignorance. It's usually funneled by ignorance, but reason is I don't know. That makes no sense whatsoever.
Substance over slander. What is that? Again, substance over slander. You know how long he must have been reciting this?
He didn't write that.
Probably not. Triumph over tyranny.
Tyranny.
You could say tyranny. Tyrant.
It's tyranny.
Tyranny. Whatever, linguist. Understanding over ugliness.
Yeah, this is just silly.
Voting rights over voters oppression, or is it
voting rights over voter oppression?
What about primary voters' rights?
No, that is not a thing. That is not a thing. What about getting rid of the dark money in primaries? Oh no, they won't do that.
And here's one that you have a lot of balls saying. Working families over well-connected. I mean, the nepotism runs so damn strong in the Democratic machine.
That is so ridiculous.
I can speak to that because it's true in this state specifically.
It's true everywhere. I mean, like I think about like the Clintons, the Bidens, the Obamas. Like, are you kidding me?
They deserved it.
They worked really hard.
Zenile over xenophobia? I've never heard that word.
I don't know. Xenial?
Xenial?
Xenial is how you would pronounce that, but I'm not even sure what. I don't understand what that even means.
Yes, we can over you can't do it.
He's just making stuff up.
And finally, zealous representation over zero-sum confrontation. Boy, he probably felt really smart saying that one.
I don't even understand what that means.
And this is the guy that everyone wants to tout as being some amazing, amazing leader. And they're all going on TV, all saying what an amazing speech he gave. Meanwhile, actions speak louder than words.
But that was the speech?
Yeah.
That was the speech that they're saying was so good.
Yeah.
Oh God, you guys have a really low bar. Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.